Like it a lot though, but look, Xayah, always a fun champion to track, and I'm interested to see where she falls as far as priority.
And I'm interested to see a bit more Kled, because we had our first ever Kled victory in LCK when Cuvée piloted it just a couple of days ago against SKT. It had been played 3 times in losing attempts. Now we get to see it against Jarvan, and given that Jarvan has become more and more of a blind pick top laner, we'll see how Cuvée does in the 1v1. Although there could also, of course, be the assist from the junglers. Graves has been losing quite a lot so far in LCK, and we'll see if Seongwon can right that particular trend.
Yeah, Spirit, of course, jumping on that losing train for the Graves. Now, last
Who would jump
series,
on a losing train?
Well, I know, this is the thing. You don't jump on a losing train. It's a bad idea.
You
However, he still did it.
the hype train!
The hype train was losing, Papa Smithies. He had the ticket, the stub. It said, this is the hype train. But really, we didn't see it was the losing hype train. That had been ripped off.
I'm not into the Taliyah versus Syndra hype train, but Crown is a exquisite Taliyah player. I imagine we'll have to rush the Banshee Veil, and new Banshee Veil is an indirect nerf to the Syndra because you can get ability power and also largely safety from a Syndra. If you go Barrier and Banshee Veil, then you're probably not going to die, and you are getting a little bit of the good stuff, bit of AP, bit of cooldown reduction, so you're starting to get a build together, but the bot lane's where the true interest is.
Yeah, exactly. Xayah against this Varus that Ruler picked out. Of course, having a lot of interesting bans thrown his way. Caitlyn and Ezreal being taken off the board, but it has been the picks like the Ashe and Varus that have been most popular recently. And Ruler foregoing the Ashe, as did Seongyun. It's going to be the Xayah and the Varus here as key. He's the one playing with fire.
He always did it a bit differently. His Bard was playmaking that took them over to IM last year. I guess 2 years ago now. He really made an impression specifically on that Bard. It's another B support, but it's Blitzcrank.
Oh, yeah.
Max has already made it work once this season. We'll see how Key can make it work.
Super exciting. Whoa, I'm excited to see exactly how it's going to go down on the bottom side of the map. Both of these teams poised and ready, and Samsung on a bit of a tear at the moment in the LCK, and we'll see whether they can continue it in this series.
Should be a really interesting one to see. Kled versus Jarvan could have big implications on the meta. We'll see if the Kled just overpowers Jarvan, or if it's another Jarvan lane where blind pick Jarvan can become a real strategy.
Yeah, and also see whether Linderun can fully bounce back as well from previous times. We know that Cuvée, there's no question marks there. This guy is certainly hot trot at the moment on the top side. No pun intended given his current champion choice. The Jarvan, certainly a strong pick in the current meta.
And if Samsung can 2-0 and Cuvée continues to look like the meta is favoring him, I think they really will be the first true trendsetters of LCK Summer.
Yeah, certainly are. Both the teams still just getting ready to get onto the Rift. They're trying to keep us poised and ready to get into this one because
should be any second now, Atlas.
Yeah, any second now. I just wanna be watching some League of Legends, Pop Smithy.
I want some Blitzcrank hoods to start flying. I think it might be time.
Yep, let's do it. Let's get onto the Rift right now. Now Ambition, he wants to be able to find it. Q does land. Key is here. Ambition does get the kick, but first blood goes to Key. Immediately answered, but there's the charge. Cuvée.
Expenditure afterwards, that means that Ambition can pretty happily start clearing, but he did use his W to do it. That's bad.
Yeah. Going to finally get it back up again as he's now looking for Seongwon.
We're going.
There's the charge. Cuvé's going to get here. There's the flashback as the Weaver's Wall is going to break up this fight. Seongyun has to flash. Cuvée very, very tanky as Ruler charging up the arrows. Mickey, no more Banshee's Veil, but Cuvé's going down very, very low. Kled going to run. Skull, sorry, going to run away, and then the Kled destroyed as Cuvée falls down. Samsung Galaxy going to run for the hills. This Baron has been started once again. Hail of arrows there, but remember, there's a rocket grab that needs to be respected now.
And no smite either as Ambition is dead, so very difficult to contest and forcing them to pull off. I think ROX is going to finish this.
Yeah, well, they're going to go for it anyway. Key. Going to use the hook, but going to get flashed on Linderung. The three-man Cataclysm flashes his way out. The kills are coming left, right, and center. And Mickey's going to be the main one to pick these up. Crown now running. Fancy footwork once again as the threaded volley's doing work. But someone says, well, I'm going to put bullets in you, and that's going to end your tyranny on the ROX Tigers. Samsung 1-6. Okay, Inspire. with the mantra there for a team-wide shield, but it's not enough to save the turret as in goes the weave as well. Everything being thrown into this one for Samsung, but look at the Cataclysm, the Featherstorm there as well, as Songyun is going nuts in the front line of this fight. They pick up 2 swift kills onto the front line of Samsung.
Hard to see how Samsung will find a way back into the game, almost a 10,000 deficit after such a flawless series against SKT T1. They made one critical mistake, and the game might be decided off it.
Well, he's going to get the flash hook. That's Ruler dead. His job is done. This could spell the end of things for Samsung. This inhib is going to fall. They've got super minions careening up the mid lane. Now only 4 members left of Samsung. No one damage. Another hook onto Crown of all people. Then QV then has to commit to some sort of fight. He's not going to find Songwon. The Cataclysm's there. And that's the Kled dying. And Ambition, the last man up, he should fall as the Blade Caller streams through. And ROX Tigers will take game 1 against Samsung.
It's not a perfect game, Atlas, but it's eerily reminiscent of the first game of the day. ROX Tigers blitz Samsung. But there isn't necessarily any sort of inevitability about Jace versus Syndra. You can very happily go more first and do okay. But there is also the negative snowball if the Syndra gets that first blood.
Yeah, that is definitely true. But can sit back and use that accelerated shock blast to farm out the minion wave. And will have a fair bit of damage, I guess, early on as well in the laning phase. When you're talking about that mid lane. But if you're against Crown, you just have to expect that these Dark Spheres are going to be landing, and you can certainly find yourself in a heck of a lot of trouble if you go too far forward.
Someone going to be looking for his first career win on Lee Sin, 0-3 on that pick. Not going to have the most pressure in mid lane either unless the snowball starts going, but Songyun was one of the stars on the Xayah in game 1. He doesn't have a Blitzcrank, but the hooks will continue. And the laning trades are pretty similar if you think about it, Atlas, because still have to respect a lot of those skill shots in bot.
Yeah, and I'm actually quite scared because Key looked fantastic on the Blitzcrank. Can he back it up? Now on the Thresh with the Xayah still there. Songyun, like you just said, phenomenal on that particular champion. We'll see whether we can do it as we hop into the Rift for game 2.
And Ambition's being denied a swift entry to the blue. Rumble's pushing in the top lane. Syndra being pushed in the mid lane, so this is a great time to invade.
Okay, Ambition looking for Songwon. Now Cube underneath his turret as well. Ambition gets the bop. Linderung's now here to help. He's just getting bullied out of his jungle now. Tigers looking like the decisions that they made looking great. Linderung overheating.
Team jungling from ROX.
Yeah, and so on now looking to trade it over to damage onto Cube. Not a great idea. Good lord, Crown now in trouble. Mickey getting the autos down. Turret shot, big problem. Dark Sphere going to be avoided. At least gets out of the. At least gets a bit of damage down with the W. Does Crown.
That was some really good team jungling from ROX. Linderung having the push in top. Mickey taking those great trades at level 1 in the mid lane, and then the invade comes in. It's just really great to see, and now Ambition has to flash away. Counter jungling is a team effort, was what Diamond Proc said so long ago, and we're seeing a team effort here.
Mickey, oh, there's the flash. Oh, can Crown get out of the way? No, first blood goes to Crown. Disaster for Mickey. Okay, Ambition in trouble. He's going to get kicked back. There's a resonating strike. Good timing, but good belly bop to avoid a bunch of that damage. The play's there. Key says, well, we're going to easily grab this kill. We're going to deliver it to Mickey as well to help him out. Linderung
for the ROX Tigers. It's 1 apiece.
Okay, looking for Crown. Just walks up, straight up hooks him. The exhaust is there. There's the flash and the knockback. Unleash power is going to be enough to get the kill on the Thresh, but Mickey gets his second.
Because if you look down the lineup, Magic just doesn't do him much value against anyone other than Crown. Well,
that is going to be the kill. Well, because Key's in the game, I guess. Songwon now looking for a kill onto Cube. Everyone getting in here. That's a 4-man dive. Equalizer goes down, but the charge, going to get him out of here.
That was 5 men invested to the top lane. If they get the first brick, it'll still be worth it. Get the turret low, but Ambition is here, waiting for the next minion wave.
Yeah, he's going to be 4 people. Mickey's going to go back to the mid lane as Key.
No wave there,
tanking
really.
up the turret. There's the explosive cast. The hook lands onto Ambition. They finish the turret, and they get the kill onto the jungler.
I hear a charge.
Yeah, they're looking for it. It's going to be Songwon. Good play from Key, though. Gets a cute little hook. But Songyun's not going to be able to get in there. It's going to be Key sacrificing himself.
Yeah, but they're battling before Songyun has any relevant items. Speaking of battling.
Whoa, there's the equalizer actually being thrown down. CoreJJ taking a lot of damage. Linderung wants to burn him to death, and they do get that kill.
First bit of burst. Yep, couple of autos instead.
Yep, that tower was already relatively low, though. Someone's going to get a kick flash onto Crown. Oh, a bit late on the flash there, but Crown is going to turn that one around. Brilliant equalizer, but is it enough? It is certainly not. Bit of a questionable decision right there, and Samsung now move towards this inner turret all too easy.
Yeah, they lose more with a teleport, and that full-on attempt to initiate a fight was never going to work with an equalizer like that, so lose a mid-lane turn. Here's the turn.
Yeah, there's the charge to get Kyubey in there. Songwon gets his way out. Kyubey taking a lot of damage as Songyun has used that ultimate. Crown utilizes that timing and picks up the kill, but goes down for it. Can Linderung burn these guys down? I don't know.
Yeah, Ruler's free hitting.
Oh, God, so much damage, and Ambition's going to grab kill credit for that one. So Samsung all over that fight, and Crown, really impressive timing on the ultimate.
And Samsung with Ambition were always strongest in the late game and the team fight decision making. The decision was made to use the charge to go in because Equalizer had been used. And think of that same fight in a narrow corridor in the jungle with Equalizer and without it. It swings the fight completely. And from there, they win a fight, they'll take Baron, and Samsung now are in full control of Game 2.
Yeah, all of a sudden, and Samsung going to utilize this. The rest of them just going to take this inhibitor easily. Oh, maybe not so easily, as the ROX collapse was much quicker than anticipated. Okay, there's the catch. The ultimate comes down, but Songwon actually survives. The ultimate comes in. Good heal. Redemption's there, but it does spell.
It kills him!
Oh my God! Yeah, the spring MVP being trivialized is a tall order.
Can be killed.
Oh, there's the hook on the Ruler, though.
Where's
Big
Equalizer?
Damage. Kyubey makes himself a body, and Ruler's actually made his way out to safety. Chains of Corruption do actually land, I believe, and that's the stun onto Songwon. Kyubey jumps his way forward. Linderung doing a lot of damage to Ambition. Linderung, does he have the ultimate? No, the equalizer had already gone down, but no one to die just yet. Mickey, very low on the back line. Linderung, that's going to be the kill. CoreJJ going super bloodthirsty, picks that one up himself with the flash.
Will that be enough to secure Baron for the side of Samsung Galaxy? That's the objective they really want. Songwon is going to have to stick around. Kyubey's already teleported back in, so he's full health.
It's actually CoreJJ just wanting a kill.
Songyun does incredible damage.
Yeah, but does need to stay alive as well. Dark Passage helps him do just that. Samsung Galaxy move back towards... Okay.
Well, Mickey has another job to do.
Exactly. That inhibitor being down was a little bit of a problem. And remember, Mickey doesn't have any teleports or anything like that. Oh, Crown. That's just a dead Xayah.
Can't check every brush that time. The Syndra was there. Should be Baron unless Songwon can pull off a miracle. Oh, they're not going to DPS it.
And dives himself around. That is going to be Ambition securing the Baron. And Samsung most likely securing a Game 2 victory as Key. He's going to try and flay his way to safety. However, it will be difficult. Pulls himself towards Kyubey just to confirm his fate.
Actually lost a Nexus turret through all of that as well. The minion waves in every lane. Kyubey's going in, but nowhere in particular.
Yep, charge, charge, charge. They're looking for the Lee Sin. He gets boot back with that gigantic cask, and that is going to be an easy kill by Ruler.
Has to use it before he's dismounted, because doesn't actually interact with bonus health there.
Aha, well, Equalizer goes down mostly on the minion wave, but that is still going to be the death of the turret Key. He's going to be an afterthought kill running forward, and Linderung, that was an embarrassing placement of the Flame Spitter. 2 easy kills. The last Nexus turret is going to be alive for approximately half a second, and the Nexus will follow the same way. We're going to Game 3. Samsung even it out against the ROX Tigers.
I feel are much stronger out of lane than they are in lane.
Yeah, and we'll see what Linderung can do now on Jace, which has been his Achilles heel thus far. Of course, yes, once again, Papa Smithy sample size very, very low, but this is the exciting matchup. Ambition back on the Kha'Zix. I remember watching him and taking notes when he was playing it in the mid lane, Papa Smithy. But that is a time gone by, and has since been able to pick that one up in the jungle relatively easily. The Talia, we'll see how well she does against the Karma of Crown.
Second Xayah and Rakan duo that we've had in LCK. First one was, of course, from Jin Air Green Wings.
Against the ROX Tigers.
So we've seen this duo played in all 3 regions in the space of 24 hours. Its success rate has been high. We'll see if it can get it done for the ROX Tigers.
Yeah, see whether it can continue. Xayah has taken a bit of a hit from the last game. We'll see whether she can continue forward in game number 3 for the ROX Tigers, or whether it's Samsung Galaxy who are going to confirm the 2-1. Not going to find too much of a knock-up onto Ruler, though. No summoner spells. Samsung Galaxy, I mean, that was a lot of buttons being put down by ROX, but honestly, nothing happened.
We're down to 1,000, but here's the contest.
Yeah, Crown, find a fair bit of damage. Ambition does lock down the Dragon, and Mickey, he's in trouble. Ambition does pick up that kill, but Songwon is going to be able to answer key. Extraordinarily low on the bottom side of the screen. Now Crown finally gets towards him. Ooh. Wants the skater. Seismic shove. Not going to find him.
Meanwhile,
JJ is going to get taken. Songyun gets the kill credit up towards the top side of the map and actually gives Tigers a kill lead in this game. One of my favorite old moments of Ambition is by that inner turret. Good highlight. Find it. Mid lane Kha'Zix. But teleport going to come in. QV going to pay a visit towards the top side of the map. Songwon aggressive. Crown's just going to easily take down Mickey. Still needs to use a summoner spell. Ruler will take that trade any day of the week. Ambition going aggressive very early. Featherstorm, yeah, very early on in the fight is dangerous. JJ playing off to the side, does have the Stranglethorns down already. And look at the AoE. This is disgusting from Samsung. Sanyun. Rip.
I know. No Western Australian team feels bad.
You can be an honorary Victorian.
No Graves feels bad.
Songwon, yeah, does feel bad. Oh no, collateral damage gets him out of there. His Ambition. He makes his way through Mickey. He's not done yet. Throws a cheeky exhaust onto JJ.
Ignite even.
Sorry, Ignite. Literally no reason. JJ, good flash. Linderong has been baited and Ruler gets the kill. Oh, Gargoyles don't play Cho'Gath. The Dream. Ingo's key though.
Engage.
Big engage. But not quite sure they can get enough from this. QV tanking up most of the damage as the arrow is going to connect right on top of Mickey, and he'll be the first one to fall down. Linderong tries to beat them out, but not going to happen. Key, he's going to fall off to the back end, and Ambition gets the slow, gets the leap, and it's all too easy.
Follow-up is never going to be there. This comp is not about big flash engages, and Crown does a lot of damage. It's going to be confirmed here.
Boom. That is going to be it.
When you hit the picture-perfect engage and no one dies, and not that many people get low, lets you know that your comp just wasn't selected for that. So ROX Tigers finger a wave of the finger negatively towards you. For a far cry from Mickey's rush on the Ghost Blade.
Oh my, that damage is disgusting. Arrow's going to find the Graves, but in goes Key once again. Can he get anything else done? They've split up the fight, but Mickey, one more time, is just going to feed his life to the enemy team.
And there was only 4 of the enemy team. It's worth noting, as QV wasn't even bothered to teleport, and yep, that's a dead Key.
Yep.
We're just kind of waiting for someone to Rambo Flash and kill members of ROX to end the game.
Yep, Arrow. Oh, picks the gap. No, lands onto Songwon. So Ruler still. Oh, what? Okay. See you later, Mickey taking a lot of damage once again. The cask is going to be what seals the deal. As QV says, well, I want to tank the turret. I want to do anything here because I just want to have fun and finish off this game. Oh, God, Crown. That damage is repugnant, but it's JJ that does the finishing blow. That's the Nexus falling, and Samsung, after a rough game 1, turn it all around the next 2 and bring themselves to a 2-0 in LCK Summer so far.